Starting with Poshmark, this is an Armani wool skirt that flipped for 24 bucks. Armani is a great brand to source the bins. If you're sourcing at retail thrifts, you gotta be careful because it tends to be overpriced. Margins can be whatever. This is the 4th time I have filmed this video due to technical issues, so it's gonna be a little zany. Built, great brand. Buy anything that you find from Built. Even these basic t-shirts will flip for 20 bucks. Buyers on Poshmark spend the 20 and then they pay like 7.5 bucks shipping on top of that. Got this at the bins, paid next to nothing for it, 20 bucks. Stussy. Sell-through is not as insane as once it was, but still really strong. Prana long pants are hot sellers, sizzling summer sellers in the winter right now. And in the summer, the actual summer, shorts are gonna be equally as impressive. Shirts are hit or miss. I got these for $5. They're a terrible size 6, men's size 6. Flipped finally for 65 bucks after a year and a half. Should have priced these down, didn't. Hiley used to be a totally kick-ass brand. Less ass is now being kicked. It's still good. It's not phenomenal anymore. The sell-through took a hit for some reason, just not as popular as once it was, but I'll still pick it up because the margins are decent. This is some streetwear brand associated with Mac Miller. It's something that cool guys wear, I guess, because this sold half an hour after I listed it for 30 bucks. eBay told me that that would be a reasonable price. I think I could have gotten away with listing it for more because I had another cool guy in the comment section hounding after me to see if I had any other pieces by this brand. So fairly popular, I think. There's this old axiom in clothing selling that's ugly sells on eBay, and that's always been the case for me. This is hideous. And it sold for 47 bucks. I got it for, I think, 6. And it sold right away. This is a Xenia suit that I flipped for 94. And I sell a lot of suits at around this price point, which makes people come into my comments and say, you can sell whatever you want at whatever price you want. I got this for 15, flipped it for 94. That's a great margin. I didn't have to sit on it for a year and a half before it sold. Happy with it. Great brand. I've talked about it 100 million times. This was a gift from my friend Allison. Thank you very much once again. And it flipped fairly quickly for 50 bucks. Just a really, really solid, very bready, very buttery brand. A $1 piece from the flea market turned into 75 in short order. Not a great brand, but it's vintage and it was with tags. Flipped really fast too. In that brand video, I talked about Loro Piana being just a great pickup, even in undesirable brands. This is an example. This was a Barney's New York suit, which is not high-end at all. And Loro Piana fabric, flipped for 65. Yes, that is cheap for a suit. That is a great margin. J. Crew sells very well if you can find it new with tags. I could have probably asked for more for this, but I got this at the bins, flipped for 28 bucks. Perfectly happy with that. Barbados suits are worth picking up. They typically sell for really good money. This only flipped for 50 because it was all chewed up and it did take a while to sell, but if you find a nicer, more contemporary and in better condition suit, it should bring you some pretty impressive money. And Barbados is a tricky brand. Not all of it is worth picking up. Got this at the bins for, I don't even know how much, probably next to nothing. Flipped it same day for 65 bucks after listing it for 100. Listed it for 100 because I found the name Burley of the type of jacket, and I found that by searching keywords, and they were all in like this price range or higher. Was just totally happy to take the 65 and just move it. Lululemon men's shorts flipped for 31 bucks. Very little needs to be said about this other than the fact I didn't actually know if they were in fact men's shorts. You can look this stuff up on Lulu Fanatics, but I'm not going to spend 45 minutes trying to find the identical pair of basic athletic shorts with very few identifying distinguishing characteristics. I just said these are men's. I've decided that these are men's. I think I even mentioned that in the description. Like, I don't know for a fact that these are men's. I'm calling them men's. I'm calling them 35 bucks and someone bought them for 31. Not a great winter brand, but this was a big size, 3XL, 27. This will pick way up in spring and summer. It's a California surfwear type brand, and they, I think, are worn by golfers as well. A new with tags Dixon shirt, an amazing brand that should not be amazing because it's the quality of like a Mountain Hardware or something. It's nothing special, but flip for 68 bucks. The sell-through on Dixon is out of this world, and if you ever find it, just get it. These I sourced at the bins, 35 bucks, quick sale. and I listed the entire pair of pants before discovering this tag nestled secretly in the back pocket, which is a new one to me. Probably in my top 5 brands ever. Simms does fishing gear and fishing clothing, and anything that you find Simms, just pick it up, flip it. Even if it's branded like this, if it has some local fly thing on it, even if it has stains, if it has holes, just pick it up, flip it, someone will buy it. If it's waders, even if the waders have holes in them, I have gotten away with selling them one time before. The ones that they were my own waders, they still flipped for like 50 bucks. It's just like a no-brainer brand, completely no-brainer brand. This flipped for 38 bucks within a couple of days. Really strong jeans brand. These took a while to sell, probably because of the big stupid wallet marks on them. This is all covered in grit and grime, still sold for 18 bucks and sold really quick. Nike can carry some higher value than you think in clothing. This stands out, at least to my eye, as something really special, and so it was. Flipped it for 31 bucks after sitting on it for a little bit, but really solid sale. I think I picked this up for 5. I got this at the bins just because it looked weird and couldn't find it on eBay. There were some sales on Poshmark that were kind of all over the map, and then I found their Instagram page, and it has an insane following. So listed it at 50 bucks, just took a shot in the dark, and someone offered me 40, accepted, and that was within 48 hours again, so I think this is probably a pretty good Bolo brand, Damascus apparel. This I know for sure is a great Bolo brand. Figs is like the Lululemon of scrubs, so nurses, doctors, dentists, I think dentists, anybody that wears scrubs, Figs are the brand du jour, and they're the most popular, they're I think the most expensive, or one of the most expensive, and you can tell, like Lululemon, when you feel the fabric, that it's higher quality, it's stretchier, it's heavier, it's a lot like yoga clothing. So 36 bucks for a used pair of scrub bottoms is pretty incredible. Scrubs are a little bit under-tapped in clothing reselling as a niche, and so is cycling clothing. This is not even a good brand. Pro Lizumi is very so-so, but these long pants in a good size in the right time of year flipped right away for 30 bucks. Really, really strong brand. If you find anything Roots of Fight, pick it up, flip it. It all sells for way more money than it should. Great thing to wear if you're going to be a guest on a podcast somewhere or something. I don't know why this is so popular. Another suit, Loro Piana fabric, bad brand. Same brand, actually, Barney's. I got this in the same haul, thrift haul of suits, and it did sit for a bit, but just took an offer for 100, flipped it, got it for probably 15. These tactical pants from 511 are great, great, great sellers. Not everything from 511 is this strong, but 45 bucks, flipped right away. Rare, you don't find these that much. Robert Graham hoodies. This one flipped for 54 bucks. I think I spent like 15 on this. I don't sell books on Amazon anymore, which is maybe a topic for another video, but I do sell them on eBay, and I like to treasure hunt for this specific kind of book. So genre tie-in novels for specific properties like Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer, certain video games can be worth really impressive money. Not all of it is, obviously, but every once in a while you find a slam dunk like this. So I had these listed at 100, I think 100, maybe like, I don't know, somewhere around there. Best offer of 75, said yes. I got these for $1 each. Yet another built t-shirt, plain white. Typically avoid picking up plain white anything because it'll be stained, but this was in immaculate shape, flipped for 22 bucks. Very few t-shirt brands that you can flip for $20 to $25 in used condition consistently and quickly. Another example of cycling gear being worth money, or cycling clothing, this jersey flipped for 35. I just trusted my gut on this, which often does not work out. Sometimes your gut is leaky and it spews a bunch of bile and E. coli into your inventory, and it'll just sit there. So you can't always trust your instincts. This is kind of my mantra on this channel, but sometimes you can. This time paid off for me. I sourced these for $6 or $7. There was just something about it. It was vintage, it was Iron Man branded, and Iron Man people love to be Iron Man people and to buy Iron Man stuff. So this went to an Iron Man or woman somewhere for way above average money, and this is just sourcing with my eye, really. If some of these brands are new to you, or if you don't really have your sea legs in terms of what to look for with men's clothing, I offer a free / pay what you want digital product called the Menswear Manifesto. I just released the 3rd version of it. It's 330 men's clothing brands like these, including all of these, broken down, or most of them, maybe except Damascus, broken down by sell-through rate, by prices, and category by category, so you can look at any given brand and say, like, casual shirts are selling, polo shirts are not. It's, again, pay what you want, figure out a price that's good for you, give that to me. If you want to give me nothing, you are able to do so. The link is in the description. All right, thanks for watching.